Good morning. What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Check 1 2. I gotta turn the lights on. So late today. Yo, what's up, guys? Uh-oh. Every day, that's how we start. No lights, no cameras, no mics. Everything look all right, guys? Mic check. All right. Man, it's great to be here today. How's the hair? Does it look good? Perfect. Marvelous. Get down my eyes. Give me your hat. Where's that ball cap hat? Y'all bring one? Where's our noob hat at? Where's the noob hat? Just a couple noob hats would be sick, huh? Well, good morning. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you, wherever you're at in the world. Good to you, right? Oh, yeah. It just notified me I'm live on my own channel. That's funny. That's super funny. Let's get our Tarkov going. Let's do some stuff today. I don't know what we're gonna do. We gotta find something though, huh? We'll figure it out. Where did we leave off yesterday? What was we doing? Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that. Man, I need to do some of this. I need to record an overlays and media source. Shuffling my cheese around. Well, I'm not even awake yet, guys. We're still having our coffee. I got the music trying to wake me up. I got it so loud, it's supposed to wake me up. It's supposed to shake me up. Now let's kick that back a little bit. Kick that back and let's find some nice gentle guitars in the morning, huh? Well, so pump front, pump back. I don't know what these are for, but they want us to pump. The pump. Pump station. Shit, I don't need. Not worth anything. Ouch, everything's so cheap right now. What? Is it because it's morning time? Does the market need to wake up or what? That's how it feels. Those. I like the textures in this. They look good. Guys, like, what the fuck is he doing? That's what happens when I'm not awake. You guys should see me in some public places. I'll be like zoning out. It's not a good look. Not a good look on me. Not in the morning. Not when I'm not awake yet. We should build a base kit. Should we get a gun? Hang on. Let's make this. Get rid of this. That, and that. And this, and this, and this. And this. Well, I guess I can't really get rid of that, huh? Which one's cheaper, you think? PSO or Spectre? Oh my gosh, they're cheap right now. Get two of them. What? Oh, we got a Red Rebel on the way. We got to see if we can get that Red Rebel. Hopefully he's not out of stock. That sucked. Why is it out of stock again? Hold me up, man. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that's so expensive. All right, I think we got this. So, with that, yep, not this time right now. Not that it's better armor or nothing. We're just building the kit. We don't think we can replicate this. Kind of pistol we want, guys? Do you know? I don't. I'm just gonna guess something. Pick something out cheap. Cheap. Budget. Man, what's going on here? Like, it's not letting me get it. Alright, there we go. No. No in the Pyra. Do we want to try a Pyra? They're 18. I'll try one. We'll try one out. I'm guessing these are the ones I need. 40 up, 450. Ooh. Why does his arm show like this? Man. We need money. This is the one we need. Better off to run the base kit over this one, I think, just because of the arms. 175k is what they're saying we need. Let's see what we got in our scab box. Go do a scav run real quick. Yeah. You know you like the idea of it. We did really well yesterday doing that. We spent it all though trying to get that red rebel that we can't buy because it's kind of cool. I can't believe I wasn't paying enough attention for that. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Still making it pretty well, I'd say. Excuse me. Can you guys hear me okay, loud and clear? Everything good? I'm gonna leave this here, and then we're gonna move up to selling this. I don't know if I can sell this in the market worth it. Yes, yeah. Better to just go to the vendor with that. Couple therapists there. Is it repeating the same song on us over and over and over again? Yo, dude. Hey, it's okay. Very chill today. Very chill. Yeah, I had it way under chill probably for you, bud. How you doing, Arnie? It's good to see you today. Welcome to the show. I'm still waking up to myself. I'm a little late. I came in a little late. We were all late. So here's what we're doing, just so I'll catch up. We're building a Merlot AP or ARMS VPO 215. Okay, this is a pretty baseline kit. I was doing everything from the vendor except for the scope. Okay, the silencer and all such. Let me just show you guys how it looks. The silencer is pretty cheap. Everything's pretty cheap. Hey, I'm just playing. No, the reason I'm actually running this gun, guys, is because it gives us access to this VPO 215 round that we're actually trying to utilize right here, this AP-M. And what it does is it hurts a lot, a whole lot. I'm so not awake I can't even talk. The only thing I see with this is the accuracy. So at 200 meters, it's not worthy. I'm not saying it's that bad, but this will penetrate armor pretty well. That's why they like it. Yeah, the music was almost too chill for me. It's probably putting me to sleep. I'll bet that's what it was. I like a good... Can I be honest with you, Arnie? I like 2000s rock, dude. If I can listen to people be like STP and fucking Linkin Park and Tool and like, you know what I mean? Hip hop and stuff from back in the day. I would have just different things going. Classic rock. I love the 80s and 90s rock. I like 80s rock's fucking rocking. 70s I can do. Even 60s some. You know, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I like that era of rock. I don't know. I'm all about it. I mean, if it's heavy, you're down with it. I'm not really like some metal, but not like the newer metal's a little bit much, you know. Some of it. Actually, there's a song on one of my playlists that these guys do that's non-copyright. I was thinking about using it for one of my videos. It's actually really good. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This one? No, it ain't that one. I got so many fucking playlists, dude. It's so hard to find them. I don't know where it's at, man. But we'll listen to this. Nirvana's good. Nirvana's nice. They're chill. I'll admit one thing though, Arnie, and I'm gonna say this in a way that's like you're gonna be like, oh fuck. They got away with a lot of fucking lyrics. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dude, those guys got away with so many lyrics, didn't they? You know they did. They didn't have to sing them, was what I mean. They got away with not singing a lot of the lyrics. Mumbling a little bit. I like, dude. It's not, yeah, right. I like Heart Shaped Box. That's one of my favorites from them. And yeah. Heart Shaped Box, I think, was one of my favorites. I probably couldn't remember him anyways. Very likely, right? I found a new band I kind of like. A couple of them I really like. I can't play them on stream, but I can tell you them. Let me get you down here and. Boy, my playlist are so many. I've got so many non-copyright ones. It almost trumps. You know what I mean? Man, dude, I can't find. I'm so sorry. Oh. I can send you the link. Do you use Spotify? You use Deezer. I don't know what that is. Oh, here we go. You ever heard of Greta Van Fleet? Or what about Highly Suspect? They've been two bands I've been really getting into. So Greta Van Fleet. Here. I can probably play a sample of it. Let's see. They have a who is that? Man, I can't remember the other band that they referenced kind of too. And then Highly Suspect, you've probably heard. Let me see if I can give you a link to these guys. The Safari song, that's the one I was actually talking about. This is this playlist. It's got a couple of good ones that I like. A couple of songs I've been getting into, and a couple I didn't really care for. I don't know how they got on the playlist, but I'll send you a link to the playlist. Actually, if I send you a link, it don't work for you if you're not using it. My bad, dude. Yeah, Highly Suspect is one I've been trying. You might like for a rock, and then Greta Van Fleet. Sorry, and they kind of have like a classic sound to them, like a real classic sound. Like, yeah, they almost sound like other bands. Like you're like, wait, is this another band? You'll confuse them with other people. You'll be like, wait, have I heard this song before? Like that's how close they put off like a classic sound. I was like, wait, is this a classic song? I've heard this song somewhere. Is this like an unreleased album? Like I truly thought that, you know? I'm trying to remember who they remind me of. Let's see if I can remember the name of the other band. I'm not really good with this. Led Zeppelin, dude. You ever heard of Led Zeppelin, Arnie? They kind of sound like Led Zeppelin in the end. But I'm not allowed to play them. I wish I could. I wish I could. I just don't want to get my shit muted out. I don't have it set on a separate track or anything like that. You know what I mean? Not that I don't want to have it on the separate track and don't want to do that. Yeah, they sound like Zeppelin. They're like a newer sounding Zeppelin. They got a couple of songs. If they were to like cover some Zeppelin songs, dude, you'd probably have a hard time picking them apart. Like other than if they were side by side, but like, you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, oh, that's that song. They could pull it off. I think. Let's do some afternoon lounging. Let's see how this sounds. Right now, all I'm using, guys, just so you know, I'm listening to the Spotify or the Epidemic Sound. These Epidemic Sound playlists. So that way it's all covered and I don't have to worry about the copyright stuff on it. But I got like soothing piano. I even got Christmas beats, yo. The piano one I can't do. The jazz one I can't do. I tried, man. I did. I can do like the lounge ones. Some of it, I just, yeah, gentle guitar. Like, these are really good for videos, though. This is really good video stuff. Like, when you're talking or, like, you cut over to something like this and you're just, you know, telling the story about your life or talking about how school went yesterday. Oh, speaking of something crazy, you know what happened to me, Arnie, today? I was taking the kids to school today, man, and I'm on my way, right? I'm driving, and I'm cruising along. And I'm almost, I drop off my oldest son, and I'm almost to the other school where my youngest son goes, because they go to 2 different schools, and I'm heading up the hill. And I look right, and I see this lady laying in her grass. And dude, it's 30 degrees outside. I'm thinking to myself, it's 30 degrees outside. It's too cold for gardening. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that. I thought maybe she was gardening. You know, look, my grandma used to lay down in the grass and chill and garden. Stuff like that, right? She wasn't gardening. This lady took a digger, man. She crashed. And then another lady walked up right there as I was coming up. And I said, I'll be right back. I got to drop my son off because he was going to be late. I just took him around the corner real quick and I came back. And I asked her if she liked her. I asked her before. I asked her if she liked help up, you know? And she's like, yeah. And I was still in the car. So I ran. I flipped 3 buildings down. Dropped him, kicked him out, parked, and then walked over there real quick, you know? And she took in a digger, man. She had a bloody nose and like you could tell she was all there, but she was still like she just didn't have it to get up. You know what I mean? And I even asked her, I'm like, hey, you want me to help you up? And she's like, yes. She asked, you know, and I asked her again, are you sure? Because I'm like, I'm gonna have to like I had a bad hand, you know. I can't just like I had to bear hug her up, right? She's 160 pounds easy. Like, I had to, like, grab her and fucking pick her up. And I didn't want to hurt her or nothing. I don't want her to, like, arch her back weird or something. You know what I mean? So I stuck my hands under her armpits, man. And I just fucking picked her up. And she couldn't get her feet underneath her for a second. Like, I'm like, hey, can you get your left foot in? She couldn't. I had to actually, like, help her get her feet in. She said she had it, but I wouldn't let her go because I didn't want her falling. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, I want to make sure you got this. And then I put her back on her feet, and this other lady walked her home. It was wild, man. I thought about calling an ambulance, but I was like, you know, I just wanted to make sure she's lucid. There's other people there. At least I got her picked up and put back on her feet, right? Like, that was my morning, dude. I drove by that on the way to take my kids to school this morning for stream. Well, I mean, dude, that would be wild. Fuck. A lady laying on the ground. Who wouldn't stop? I mean, the worst part is, dude, people were fucking just driving by, Arnie. They just drove by. I live in a little town. This ain't like, look, I've been to places where you don't stop, right? Like, people are laying on the ground. They just lay there. They're not, it ain't like that here, though. This is a little bitty town of 5,000 people. When somebody's laying in the sticks at 30, and it's 30 degrees, it's cold. Ain't nobody gonna be laying around outside right now. You know? You can't, dude. You can't live on the streets here. You have to be a survivalist to live here in the winter. You get what I mean, right? Like, you gotta have some survival skills. It's gonna be fucking cold. You gotta actually survive here. There's not like that, like... It's gonna be cold. Like, cold. Like, day and night, under 30 degrees, not warming up. You know what I mean? Like, you have to actually be able to survive here in a different way. You gotta set up camp. You can't just, like, move around bouts like that. And, so, like, yeah, anyways, it's wild. People come up here to live off grid in a sense of, like, they buy a little piece of land or they find a plot of land that they can get access to or a homestead on for somebody, you know, like, to maintain. And they'll actually go out and do that and build off grid living. Hell yeah, dude. One time when I was a kid, I was driving home with my dad. And this lady ended up over the side of the embankment, stuck up in some trees, and she was pregnant, man. Remember, we had to call and yeah, I remember that. I've only seen a couple of bad ones in my life, you know, where it was like. But I got to admit something to you in this sense. I lived in the city life where when you stopped, if there was people, it would become a hassle. You know, other people were already stopped. You don't stop. You just keep going because it becomes where people can't get through. Traffic stops, and then the ambulance can't even get there. Nothing can, you know what I mean? Like if it's like there's a certain, I don't know. But if I don't see anybody and I see something happen, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to just drive on. I'm not that kind of person. I won't just drive on. I can't drive on. It would bother me. It would haunt me, you know? Like, I'm not into that. I got a conscience, man. Situationally speaking, though, say, like, something happens, you got 5 people with their cell phones out, and, you know, what are you going to do? Like, I'm not medically trained, my guys. I have no medical training at all. Like, my wife, she's a full-on nurse. It's for her to stop and maybe be more inclined than I, you know, like, I can tell where a pulse is, and that's about the gist of it, man. I did CPR training when I was a kid. I don't remember it. I would like to actually go do that again. Here, the reason is I do a lot of boating, you know what I mean? I got that like boat now, so I have to be, try to check this shit. Have to be on it, and so I figure, you know, probably a good thing to have, being around the water a lot like that, you know? Just like any other place where you're around the water a lot. But yeah, today's one of the days where I was one of the first responders, so I stopped. I made sure to stop, and also on top of that, you know, honestly, my brain said, even when I walked up, I said it's a little cold for gardening, like, you know, just to break the ice. Because she was totally lucid. She just couldn't get up off the ground, you know? But to be honest with you, I was surprised to see 3 or 4 cars in front of me go past, and then like 4 or 5 cars behind me go past and not even blink or think. I did make sure to stop and ask, though. And here's why, actually, Arnie. I mean, sometimes PC parts ordered. Oof, that's scary. You're right, exactly, about someone there to talk to, keep them company, to make sure everything's alright, dude. Kind of why I was late to stream today, honestly. I would have been on time, but I was busy. You can't be mad at me for that. New PC parts. What PC parts did you order? I kind of want to get a second PC going, but right now I think we're stuck. We're stuck. I have lighting to do. I'm going to order some lights for the roof still. And then that's it, man. I'm going to move on from there. But I think I want to keep upgrading. I want to keep investing into what we're doing here and making the quality better. Not just like money-wise, but like investing my time into the work, you know, into the building of it, into the cleaning everything up, making the cameras nicer, doing the best I can with what I have first, and then figuring out my weak spot points, you know, and then progressing them. I'm a big fan of that. You guys probably have realized this ain't something that, like, I'm not the kind of guy that's just going to be like gone tomorrow when it comes to streaming. I'm sure you've already realized that. I've been doing this for 5 years persistently. I did take a 3-month break when I lost my father-in-law, but that was, you know, when that happens, you kind of got to take time off. You don't really have a choice in that. But outside of that, guys, I did really well in the streaming part of this. Went for a 14900K. What's that? My question is, okay, so was that what processor was that? How many cores did you have? Sometimes it's RAM with Tarkov, dude. If you don't have enough RAM, I would say RAM first over anything. Just because Tarkov's stupid RAM intensive. I think that's actually the worst it takes. My CPU don't ever run very heavy. I run actually a very basic CPU. I run a 2700X. Yeah, the RAMs were really, I seen the difference, to be honest with you. Like, my biggest change in the game was in the RAM. Like, loading and just unloading. Doing, you know what I mean? Like, it just worked better. That's where I seen my most biggest improvement on, like, from the PC for gaming and streaming and Tarkov itself. Just for Tarkov, even. Oh, and the hand. Well, you know what? Can I be honest with you, Arnie? OBS has a hard time with resources, and sometimes, and I don't know if you've tried this, sometimes you can do things in your OBS that can really fuck with the render and the encoder and the render lag. So you end up with encoder and render lag. And it's due to just the way the OBS is set up. Sometimes you can beat that by optimizing OBS. I don't know if that's your issue, you know, or not, like if that became part of it. But I found that it actually plagued me to a point to where I couldn't game and stream at the same time due to that. And I can actually show you what happens. I can just show you so you know. It's simple things like this. Okay, you got your OBS, right? Keep your stats up right here. And you're going to have frames due to miss to rendering lag. Skip due to encoder lag. Render encoder. One's video, you know, average time to render, if it gets too high here, means there's something wrong with your scene, where there's things, something that's not rendering, making it render wrong. You know, so you need to check your resources and make sure that your sources ain't bad. Now what happens is a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll put two captures in the same scene. Okay, so you'll have like a display capture and a game capture in the same scene. That causes render lag, causes encoder lag and shit. Okay, you can reset this and keep an eye on your average times. Certain scenes I jump to, you'll see this jump because I have a lot of sources rocking in that scene. Okay, this is my scenes. These are my sources. And you'll see that a lot of my scenes have a ton of sources in them, because I have to build them for it all to work together, right? Like, I have to optimize them the best. But so what I would recommend, and I'm going to give this to you. OBS makes a site. You can go into some of your, I think it's in your tools. I'm not sure exactly where it's at. It might be in your help. Let me make sure here. Let's see. You can check file integrity, and right here, crash reports and file logs, okay? So you can actually grab these file logs and then you can upload them to their site, and they'll tell you if you're having problems with anything. It'll actually tell you where your issues are in your OBS. Okay? Oh, you don't see that. Hang on, up here. Go to help. You got file logs and crash reports. You can actually take these files and you can go put them into a site for OBS, and it'll tell you all your issues. All right? And then it'll actually tell you. And then you can go through and optimize your OBS to work the best you can. Because what happens is, man, sometimes OBS will start to do just like a video game. It'll get overloaded one particular little way. It may not be during, you know, just that one little section of the game. The whole game works fine, but as soon as you hit that one stupid scene that's broken, it hits your render, and then you fucking go through that whole process of hiccuping and it fucks up your game, it fucks up your OBS. Optimizing all that stuff will really help with that. And even with whatever, you know, CPU and GPU you have, that can overload it itself. And a lot of people don't pay attention to that. A tons. I'd say more than not don't understand that. And they go and they buy these big old video cards because they think they need a process, when all it is mostly optimization. You know what I mean? Like, I'm running a 2080 Ti with a 2700X that's an old video card. You know, like I got a 5-year-old system, and I'm running Tarkov for you guys at mid to high settings most of the time. And then also I'm also sitting on, you gotta look at my scene set. Like, look how many different scenes I build. And every one of these scenes have sources in them that can trump me or plague if I fuck up really bad. And I know where they're at. I know where some are right now, actually. I can go find them and point them out to you. I got one that's driving me insane that I actually need to optimize, and I haven't dialed in how I want to do it yet. But I actually have to figure out how I want to optimize it. So I'm going to tell you a couple of good tips that'll help you with this, okay? 1, keep scenes that are having an issue being optimized like that static. Don't put animated stuff. Stay away from things that operate off a media source. You see what I'm saying? Stick to more of solid images, things like that. If you're having an issue in that overlay, start simplifying that part of it. Okay. Another way to optimize is also scene nesting, Arnie. You can do that, and you can put all your, like, say, alerts into one scene, and then utilize that so you don't have 50 sources of your alerts in there. That happens. Some people do it that way. But you have to, when you're nesting, go back to that scene to fix your alerts. You see what I'm saying? And then make you an alert scene. Put everything that's your sources that come in for any alerts, any games, any interactions. Put them in that. And then you can put that in as a one source instead of 5 sources or 10 sources or 15 sources or however many you put in that scene. It becomes one source. You see what I'm saying? And then you optimize that to work on all your other scenes. That's another way to optimize it. And then the third way I find to optimize, where was it going with this? I know I had one more for you. I'm sorry. I had one more for you, buddy. And now I forgot. Anyways, my bad. I was going somewhere with that, Arnie. I had one more, and I just went blank. Yeah. So I was going to show you my task manager real quick. See, I'm sitting with a 2700X. This is an old video card, right? Or I mean, an old CPU, CPU, and a mid-range GPU. But I don't run that high, and that's running a game, that's running OBS. I got all my Chromes open. I just try to keep it optimized, you know what I mean? OBS takes the most of the resources, though. Until I'm in the game. Alright, guys, we gotta go do a task somewhere. Man, I forgot what I was gonna tell you on the third way to optimize, Arnie. I had another great way for you, and I forgot. Sorry, dude. I'm telling you what, it was a good one too, and I was saving it for last. I was saving it for last. I even thought about it. I'm like, I need to tell him, but I'm gonna save it for last because I got better ones. Got more. Fuck. All right, let's go to Shoreline. Where we're headed. Spa tour, long road. We'll just do some Shoreline. Go see if we can knock out healthcare, the markers. We'll go see if we can. Oh wait, we're not even gonna. Wait, shit. All right, Shoreline it is. Talked me into it. So like, here's an example. Say you got a screen capture, Arnie, working for your guy. Maybe there might be a better ways to... Oh, now I remember what the third one was. I got it. Okay. So say you got a scene like this, right? This one lags a little bit. It's got a lot of different sources in it, right? Tons of different sources in it. Tons. What you can do with a scene like this is you can actually pre-record it. So what I did is, say like in a hype scene, I had something like this that comes up, right? That I can toggle on and off. Okay. Now, when you look at this, I built this from a bunch of sources at one point, and this is a ton of GIF sources and animated things. What happens is, if you build this into a scene, it becomes a problem because there's so many fucking sources that they start to lag. So your best thing to do is build it into a scene, Arnie, record it, and then make that a media source and one single source it. Now it's one single media source that's on a loop. And it does the same thing as if I had all the sources. And I can shut it on and off. You get what I'm saying? That's a hell of a way to clean up your shit. Yeah, take them down to one media file, and that'll stop all that shit from happening to you. You know, if it's, especially if it's like a screen covering source. Or here's an example. Say you want to do an image slideshow, right? Which I do that quite often. I cover up screens with it, and it cycles through, and you want to throw a video in with it, and you want to throw other things in with it. Instead of having it be 15 media files on your PC, turn it into one source. Record it without you on it. Pause the music. Take you off the screen. Record it, save it into your section, and then bring it back in as a media source. Turn it into an MP4 file so it's crunched or whatever you need to make it crunched, you know. And then it'll optimize your stream a lot better. Your OBS will actually, dude, you'll notice a difference. Like, instead of having a scene render at like, you know, 2 point whatever, it'll start to render at like 6 and shit when it becomes too much media sources. Right here is the average time to render. Depending on what I'm doing here, when I transition, this will change. And if I get one that's overloaded, it'll jump up too high. And if you start to hit the 6 and 5 range, it'll actually put your PC into like a hiccup. It can't keep up. Okay. Because the average time to render is becoming too high, and then you start to hit encoder and render lag. And that's what you watch for with those stats. It'll really help you, dude. You'll be able to build your Arnie, as you're building stuff, you'll be able to build it to the gills. And then also you're going to want to optimize anyway, because here's what you got to think about in this. Even with all the nice gear, right? Like, you still want that overhead for your game and for doing other things. The better you optimize, the more you get to add. That's kind of how it works, right? Damn, this thing's got a good price tag on it. And it'll give you more overhead for the game. You'll be able to run your game in higher graphic settings. And still have the overhead that you need for OBS to just get cranked on. Or like, here's an example. Say you got your interactions going that I was talking about with your bot. When all that goes together, if you're in the middle of a transition and a render lag spike because you're in the wrong game scene and you're loading into Tarkov at the same time, and someone kicks that, it can lock up your PC because it becomes an overhead that you don't have that room for. It just becomes so much. And so to optimize is the best bet, no matter what. And that's why I did it, because I had it crash my system twice ever since I streamed, where I was doing something in the PC and I had my streams going and things working, overlays rolling, stuff coming on, you know, maybe transitioning, maybe hyping, and then maybe got a raid during that time, and then everything kicked into full send and it just overloaded my system, and the encoder crashed, and then I ended up with like full-on encoder crash, you know, and then my PC, I had to restart the whole system. So it just something to think about. These are all tips I could give to anybody, Arnie, but since you're streaming and you were talking about it, these are tips I'm giving to you, and then I hope other people pick up on it. So are you going to build a Here's a question for you, Arnie. And this is actually something to really think about. If you're making another PC, are you going to take all your parts from your other one, or are you just going to upgrade one? Because, I mean, if you're gaming and streaming on the same PC, you could break that apart and build your second PC with that old CPU and put in like 8 to 12 or to 16 gigs of RAM and just make one strictly streaming and one strictly gaming. And then, dude, you'll never have a trouble. Like, as long as you have the video card. And you don't need that crazy a video card. You can put out a 1080p stream with like a RX 560 or a 590 that costs $100. Like, I have one sitting in a box here that put out a nice stream for me. If I was to build a second PC that's AMD, but... Yeah, so if you do that, Arnie, actually, you won't have to... Don't put OBS on your new one, you know? Put it on... Just keep it on your old one, and then build it to stream. It'll actually handle everything. If you were gaming and streaming on it at the same time and it's able to handle it, it'll handle 100% stream at 1080p for you with all the shit going, because... And you can not even optimize it and it's still going to be, yeah. That's what I would love to do, but I don't feel like I'm going to get to do that till I have to upgrade. And then what's going to happen with this PC that we run now, I'll do any repairs needed or anything like that, you know, and it'll strictly become the Noob Nation home station. And that's all it'll do. It'll just strictly do that. You know what I mean? I'm going to put a couple hard drives on it so I have backup hard drives. If one fails, it's got another one. I really want to do that. Because if I failed now, I don't have much for it other than a junk drive with some of my pictures and overlay stuff, you know? Assets from 2 years ago. I would pretty much be starting over. I have a spare hard drive over there. I've been wanting to plug one into my PC and then it's like save it or copy it. But then I was thinking about it. I'll just put multiple hard drives on it. And if one crashes, it'll take over. And it'll actually work, you know? And then I can fix it and then keep going and not lose my hard drive. So I've been thinking about doing that. I actually need to order one. It's about $60 for what I want. Maybe 80. Actually, since I started streaming, Arnie, my hard drive's crashed out 100% twice with those old HD drives. And because of that, I had to redo my stream. And, you know, that's what made me... That's what made me decent at the OBS part of it. Not that I'm great at it, but that's what made me understand it. You know what I mean? That's how I learned it. That's what taught me it. It's failing twice. Like failing to a point of no return, you know? It's not a big deal when it happens. It's stressful as fuck, but it can be fixed. And when you think about it, when you do break that stuff and you go and you refix it all and you redo it and rebuild it. Yeah, my OBS skills are pretty good. They're not great. Like, I'll be honest, like if I had more assets or better assets, I think I can make them better. But they're not bad. They're very, I got the basics fucking dialed. Let's just say that. The basics are dialed. The basics are dialed so much I can help other people dial it. You know what I mean? Like, I've learned it to a point of teaching it on the basics. The advanced OBS shit, maybe not so much. There's some stuff that I don't understand. Or things where you just got to be creative, man. Like, let's be honest. There's parts in OBS where you just got to be trying things and be creative, have the right assets to try and test things out on it. And then it just falls together to a way you're like, wow, that's neat. I like that. I'm going to use that. You know what I mean? I'll show you an example of that, actually. Right here, I animated a logo just with... Let's see. There it is, right here. See that animation over on the other end right here? Kind of behind the chat. It's actually one of my logos in there. And I did that all through OBS. There's no special resources. You know what I mean? I'm just using filters and trying things out. And I wanted something to kind of give just a little bit. And that's all it is. It's my logo back there with a little bit of color coming through it. On the sporadic. Looks good. Looks neat. things like that, you know. I don't know why I keep filtering those same fucking items. Did you know, I gotta be honest with you guys, and this is gonna suck to say, I don't know if I feel Tarkov today like I did yesterday. You know, I'm not saying I don't feel Tarkov-y. I might need to play something different for the day. OBS will come through quick for you then. If you're already making assets and shit and learning other programs, dude, OBS will come natural. I like that you pay attention though. I gotta be honest with you, Arnie. Like you're wanting to learn it. You're not like, oh hey, show me how to set this up. I'm gonna do it for me, and then like I've had people do that. A lot of times they don't want it. They just want it, but then when it breaks, they're like, fuck, I can't fix it, and they never get to use it again. You're at least, you know, learning it and figuring it out. Talking about it with someone else helps, but that's you doing your own work, man. You know, like at the end of the day, you're doing your own work, so your results are going to come from you. Really, that's it. Right? I know we're not some crazy big ass stream, and all this effort I put in only gets seen by selective eyes, but that doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, I've been hand drawing for a long time. I never did like assets, but I always drawn like logos and shit for myself and things I liked. I actually started, oddly enough, you guys, when you think about it, right? I started off when I was a kid doing that shit on my skateboards, grip tape. I draw it in and cut it into my grip tape, logos of companies I liked and things. So, I mean, it's always kind of been there, you know, weirdly enough, even in the natural form of like, yeah, I try to add value to my content that way though too, Arnie. Like, right? Like, I've told you that. There's value in that. Besides just my poor gameplay. Or just even me showing up. Like, there's more value then. I believe that 3 good things make a good streamer, right? Showing up's one. Being dependable. And adding value to your content, man. And then also, well, I don't know what the other one is. Being funny. If you can be funny, that's good, right? Right? Like, it's hard to always be on. But, like, someone that's really got a good charisma can do good. I've talked about this before. That every streamer should take their 3 best traits and try to use it to their advantage, right? Like, there's so many different things you can do to use them to your advantage. How you been, man? And some of it comes natural, and some of it's got to be work for. Kind of sound like it, bud. I mean, it can be as simple as I got natural beauty, man. I know that sounds whatever, but I can naturally be aesthetically pleasing. Right? And that could be something that I can use in my stream. As, you know, like... Another one is I could have an aesthetically pleasing voice, dude. You can have natural traits that just make you a good streamer in sense. And then you can have ones that you gotta actually work on and build on, you know? And physically, mentally be aware of. Some is being informational. Being informational, being funny, being charismatic helps. All that kind of stuff helps. But you don't have to force yourself to do it. If you're not a funny guy, don't try to be funny, right? Just be yourself. First channel you sub to ever? Man, I appreciate that so much. Just want you to know, I don't do this for money or nothing. But they do help. That's how we got the nice new mic. It upgrades the stream. 100%, guys. I just put it back in the stream. I don't... Like, and I try to match it with my own money too, right? Like, I don't, it's non-profitable stream in that sense. I don't, you know, but it helps out so much. It really does. And thank you for that, Arnie. You know, I hope I can, you know, I want to earn it. I feel like I need to earn it, you know? Like, that's why I show up and work and put in that effort. Like, I've told people that. You gotta want to earn it. Can't just... Although, fuck, it ain't my gameplay, that's for sure, huh? I earned it, bro. Oh, man. I hear someone sneaking up on us over here. Did you pick this music today, Arnie? I felt like my feet never even touched the ground this whole raid with this music. I'm just like floating around. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of like when you listen to Power Rock and you're like Power Man. You guys remember Power Man? Was it Power Man 5000 or whatever? And he's like, it's always just like, da, 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 da. You know? It's like a digital style rock. I think we're Power Man. Back when I was younger. What's this? But in the end, Arnie, that's not why I do this, man. I started streaming, like I said, because I wanted to make people have a great time. I liked entertaining people. I always have. It's always been something I like to do. And then when I hurt myself, I lost the whole gaming aspect 100%, right? Like, I just didn't do it anymore. And I quit gaming for 5 years, almost completely. And beat myself up for a long time mentally, you know, and shit like that. And then I started gaming again, and I wanted to catalog it and find people that wanted to play with me. Like, didn't care about the whole idea of me being shitty at it, and was willing to be shitty with me. Like, willing to do it. Like, that's hard to find people like that until you do find them. And then, I mean, we're a select few, that's for sure. We're a select few, I'm just saying. But I found that with that, it made me approachable. Don't you agree? Like, ain't nobody come in here and feel like, oh, this guy's too good to even ask to play with them, or... But it makes it hard for me to approach other people. It's kind of weird. It's a weird thing. I have to giveth the approach one way for me to not be able to approach someone else the other way. Like, I feel awkward approaching somebody to be like, hey, you want a game with me? Because I know I'm not really good. And so because of that, I feel awkward sometimes with that, you know? But it makes me feel like, at the same rate, I'm easier to be approached to game with. I'm not going to just be like, oh, you know, I'm this good at this game and I'm this far into it, I can't play with somebody that's new right now. You know what I mean? I've had people like that do that to me in the same sense, and I get why, because what they're putting out for content was totally different than what I was putting out, and we understood that, and we'd actually sat down and talked about it and why it wouldn't be a fit, like, because the content they were developing was way over competitive compared to what I was doing. And so we actually had to, like, I had to be clear that I couldn't be that competitive. I wanted to be, but it doesn't mean I can be. So for me to play and to be initially involved, I have to be less competitive. It was weird. It was weird. But we made it all work, and it all worked out, man. It was cool. Oh, speaking of working out, I want to put in for the solos, and I forgot to do that. Yeah. I agree with you on that, Arnie. I don't care if the teams are good usually either. I don't. But answer me this. Do you watch a stream anywhere on Twitch or YouTube content for somebody that's a professional gamer? Like, do you have that somewhere? I mean, I know I do. There's a few that I actually watch. And they're really good at what they do. I mean, they're extremely good at it. And they offer that to their community. Like, that's something they offer. You know? To be exceptionally good at their game, be ranked in the top 50. Because they sit down for the time to do it, and they learn the game to the full degree of, like, you know? And I can label a few people like that that I would think meet those elite standards of Tarkov, and be like, you're an elite Tarkov player, or an elite gamer just in general, you know? I feel that way. But for me, I can't label myself that way. And there's times I'm like, oh, I wish I could offer that to you. There is those times I wish I could offer that to you. But then I'm like, think about it, and I'm like, fuck, I'd probably not like playing this game if I had to think about it on that scale. My brain would just be like cooked. I'd be done with it, you know? I mean, fuck this. I know how I already get. I'm already like, tired of dying in Tarkov today, you guys. I think we're gonna sit back and talk about the weather, and drink coffee, and talk about OBS stuff and streaming things. Because I like to talk about streaming stuff. I always have. Weird. That's why I like meeting other streamers, oddly enough. But I gotta say this to you, Arnie. When you tether your content to other streamers and you're teaching, understand that it's not always good to just find other streamers to cast to, because they're busy. You know, like, it's, if you can find a way to tether your content for the non-streamer, it can work exceptionally well because of the time. You get what I mean? Sometimes when you over tether your content towards like OBS or tech or things like that, the viewer base expects that. So then when you go to a game, it's not, you get what I mean? It's not what they're looking for when they come, because they're there for the tech side of things. Like, and I see that happen where it almost like some creators that go down that road and create like that, they end up repeating themselves on tech a lot. And then so, not that it's bad or anything, but then they end up making YouTube videos about it, you know, and then that's their lead. So that's actually the road they go down. They repeat themselves a lot about the tech until they get to a point where they're just wearing it out. So they're like, okay, let's create a video to show you guys how to do this, so I can just quit telling you. And then that's how they get the good at the videos. And then they work, and then people that pursue that, they're streaming to other content creators. They're creating for other creators. Their content's tethered that way. And that's where they push for their growth from that. And it ain't the growth of like, just like, oh, your community, or you're a viewer, but it's also the idea of they're reaching their community as well, because they've physically made an impact, or mentally made an impact, or not physically, mentally, physically, however it works, made an impact on that creator in a positive way. And then it's gonna, you know, so they do that. Like, that's tethered that way in some sense. But I also feel at the same rate, if I can create content for gamers and streamers alike and do both at the same time, I'm going down a good path. If I can inspire you guys to want to create content yourself, I'm doing really well. You know what I mean? I'm doing exceptionally well, I feel, at that point. And turn your view count off, Arnie. Never look at it. Right now, I couldn't even tell you. Arnie, you're who I'm talking to. And I'll tell you what, that's the biggest thing you'll find. Talk to who's there, talk to who talks last, and then talk to everybody as a whole. You know, like, say things like us and we, you know, and you get used to saying that. And you'll start to say it to your wife. It's kind of funny. Dude, I've even to my wife, like, I'm talking like third person kind of. She laugh at me. I'd be like, honey, it's just because I'm from streaming, you know, talking like we and I and us. And I find that really helped me a lot. Yeah, yes. A lot of times I won't even say chat. I'll just say you guys or y'all, you know. I try not to like Like they try to use it both ways so it doesn't like separate us in the same room. Especially when we're like here or something. I want you to be here with me, and then if I like put you up here in the wall, that puts you behind me again. Not with me. You get what I mean? So sometimes I won't say chat. That's weird. I mentally just do it because of that. Because I want it to... Yeah. Noobs is a good one. Arnie, whatever you call your crew, you know? That's why I'll call you guys noobs sometimes, and not in a bad way either. Like come on, noobs. You know, like, what's up, noobs? Instead of what's up, chat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do that a lot. I mean, you'll hear me say chat. Like here's one that when I really do it, just so you guys know, I'm not. And this is when it feels the worst too. When I start to lean into a game, right? And I'm leaned in, and I'm like, and I start slacking, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about chat. You know, and then it feels so like emphasize chat. You know? That's when it's the worst for me. That's when I say chat, usually it's like, how's chat doing? I'm like, fuck. I just felt like I just ditched you guys, and then now I did 2 of my double negatives. So I ditched you in my game and didn't keep talking to you. And then I'm like, chat over here. You know what I mean? I try not to do that. Oddly enough, just mentally, it's not even because of like it's a bad habit or anything like that. It's just it feels weird to me. It's funny. Another one, and I'm gonna tell you this, Arnie, and this is gonna be one of the biggest ones that I find that you'll never see me do. When you go to another stream in a raid, Arnie, it's not about you anymore, okay? Don't make it about you. Don't think it about you. Nothing like that. The only time I ever try, I don't even like to tell people that was a game I was playing or I was even streaming. When someone asks, you know, about the stream, or I usually like to tell them I was just like gaming. I was enjoying this game. I don't like, oh, I stream and I don't try to emphasize that in no means. I try to actually like not. I try to like divert that away from me because they already know I stream. I fucking hosted them with people. I don't need that like recognition in that sense, you know, maybe for a second, but not like beyond that. You know what I mean, right? I guess it's hard to explain. So I don't have to like type it in a chat myself. I won't be like, oh, I'm gonna go stream, or oh, you know, like I don't do that. I'm like, oh yeah, gaming was great today. Gaming was great, you know. That's another one I don't tend to like lean into. It feels weird to me, especially in somebody else's chat. Like if the streamer shouting me out and fine and asking me how the stream went, I'll be like, yeah, gaming this was fun. I died a lot or whatever, you know, but like to like emphasize that felt weird. Like, so I'd always like anytime I can, or like if I'm leaving to go do something and they, you know, I'm leaving to go game if they're wondering what, you know what I mean? I'm going to go game, whatever. I don't like try to like ever. That's so weird. I see people do that all the time. I'm like, it's weird. It's so weird. Why would you do that? Going to someone's stream, be like, okay, bye guys. I'm going to stream now. You know what I mean? I think that's just the eagerness of a young streamer. Maybe someone that hasn't, not young. How would you say it? I don't remember doing that. At least we got that done before it ran out. You'll find silly little things like that in people, guys, as you're doing this, that will shine through, and you'd be like, okay, I see you. You know what I mean? Boy, we're just shuffling shit around. I'm gonna sell it all to the traders. Yeah. I'll be honest with you guys though, if I had to do it all over again, I'd still stream. I'd still do some content creation. I do think though, a couple of things I'd change. I'd be social and social media first off. Like I'd start, you know, going and meeting people that are like-minded and doing what I do, so I could find other cats that could develop together with me. You know, what other people like us, Arnie, that want to develop our streams and create and like to entertain, like to build, like the idea of learning it, like the freshness of learning it. Like I'd go find other like-minded individuals early that like to do that instead of just gamers that wanted to just game, you know, and just want to roll lobby. I would have sought out people like me, you know. Like I do now in that sense, like, you know, try to put out information for them as I was learning and help them improve as I was learning. I would have done that a lot sooner, a lot earlier. Instead of thinking like, oh, I don't have a knowledge for this to help somebody. Let's get down here to Shoreline. Let's go to Shoreline. Shit, why not? We should have played BioShock today. Truthfully, we should have done BioShock. I thought about it and I was like, man, I should run some BioShock. We're quite far into it, but I think we're gonna beat it. I actually think we're gonna beat the first one. You guys in just a moment. I'm gonna refill my coffee. Oh, I got my coffee. Got sidetracked. Actually, guys, we can do one of our projects today on stream. I have a project I got to take care of for the house. We could do that on stream and do a DIY. I got to caulk the backsplash in my kitchen. You know, put a seal across there so the water doesn't leak behind the counter or nothing, you know? Because you got your wall, you got your counter, and then you got your sink, your counter, and then your wall sitting behind it. And where those two seam right here, you have to be careful because water can get down behind and underneath the counter or something, you know? Off the countertop from when you're doing dishes and shit. Especially like me, because I'm really messy. Yeah, I might do that at the end of the stream. 12:30, get up, go make some food. I got my camera set up with my mic, dude. That's, I don't know if you've seen it. It won't sound like this by no means, but it is a Rode. And actually, I just got the Rode software. I haven't added any filters to that. I bet you I could take and I could put some filters on that mic up there and make it really nice. I paid $129 for that fucker. I actually bought it to go on a DSLR, and then we ended up plugging it into the computer and using it as a streaming camera or streaming mic. And then when it worked good, I was like, holy shit. So I bought a 20-foot cord and two 25-foot cords. And now my camera's got a 25-foot USB extension. And my mic has it. So I can actually take it and walk all the way around my living room almost and get into my living room and then walk into my kitchen with it. Bring you guys with me. Cook food and shit like that. And actually, it's not set up all the way into my system very well. I fuck around a lot about doing it because I just... Can I be honest with you guys? I like entertaining from my ass. I like sitting on my ass. I don't like having to get up and run around and jump. And I'm embarrassed in my hand a lot. My paralyzed hand, like my form and the way I look, it makes me kind of embarrassed to be on camera. A little bit. Gives me kind of a little bit of a complex. You know? Because of the deformity of it, the way it looks, and I don't like seeing myself like that. I know it probably doesn't bother you guys or anything, but that's why I don't stand up a lot. And put my hands in the camera a lot. Like I don't mind them up when I'm like this, but like standing there, I feel like I look awkward, and I feel awkward, and yeah. That's why I don't do it a lot. I haven't gotten past that. I'm trying. I really try. It helps, guys. But even like in public, dude, I put on the long sleeve shirt. It bothers me. There's players all around. A lot don't. But then, if I don't tell you guys a little bit, what ends up really happening, I go through stages where I can't play my games, and I want you guys to be aware that I have moments where I'm just like, I can't. I physically can't. I want to, and I try to, and I'll fail. You know, those failure moments, and I want those moments to be known that they're going to happen, so I do tell you guys, because I feel like not telling you guys is like... Sorry about that. That's why I think my OBS game's so good, dude. Because I was playing games that I couldn't, you know. So like we'd sit around just OBS on our days that we couldn't play. Another thing I used to do, and this is actually a good honest thing, Arnie, when you start, if you start streaming heavy and you start to get into it, don't stream 5 days a week at first. I'm not saying don't put in good hours. I'm not saying don't be persistent. But after doing 5 days a week for a couple of weeks, you'll start to find that you're not putting the work into the stream unless you're taking time directly during your stream to work on your stream, which can take away from the content depending on your target audience. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you're fine watching me do tech because you wouldn't mind learning some of it and it doesn't bother you. But the next guy that's here to watch me play Tarkov may not. And so, like, they might get upset when I start fucking with my tech. And I gotta understand that, depending on what I'm targeting for content. I don't want them to get upset, and I don't give a fuck if they do get upset, because I do whatever I want. My stream. But, you know what I mean? Being aware that's good, I guess, is a good way to put it. We're doing Shooterborn. Oh, we got a guy. Good aim, man. Good aim. I was gonna talk to him. He wasn't gonna. He fucking. One tap. I should have said one tap. One tap, man. Oh fuck! I'm gonna report that name for sure. This fucked up. Good aim, man. I wasn't gonna shoot at him. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm already here. I mean, I coulda. I shoulda. I don't know why I didn't. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted a VoIP. I chose VoIP. I chose VoIP today. I was hoping he was just gonna run away from me. Fuck. Well, I guess we go back into a scav raid and go lose some more money. That was my bad. I should have shot at him. I hesitated on the trigger. I was trying to get him to VoIP. I was like, well, we'll see. Dude's gonna. I was hoping dude would run out of rounds eventually. He'd missed so much. I was hoping he was gonna have to reload. Oh well, damn. What happened was I let the dude shoot me. I didn't even take a shot at him. He ran up to me and I was laying down, and then like he heard me go click click variable zoom, and so he turned and started shooting me and missed. He whiffed tons of shots, and then before I died, I told him nice aim, dude. That's what I tried to do. But I was actually gonna. I was gonna try to run him out of rounds so I could talk to him. Like I was trying to run him out of rounds. He was almost out, so I started dodging and whiffing, you know. And I was doing this shit, and I was like, okay, maybe we can get him out of rounds. And if he ran out of rounds, I'd have tried to sit there and conversate, or shot him. I mean, I whiffed it, Arnie. I just gave it to him. I wanted to VoIP. I chose VoIP today on that one. I won't next time. Next time I'll make sure that we'll fuck him up, okay? I won't give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Yeah. Give it away now. You like the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Yeah, I should have told him one tap. Should have been like, one tap. Yell that one tap. I mean, whatever. I'm not mad. I'll let it happen to myself, guys. Be brutally honest with you, I'm not very good at shooters. I just enjoy them for the fun. I'm here to enjoy my day. Oh, we need the shotgun though. We got to get shotgun kills, so let's focus the shotgun. Let's get this face cover piece. I want one of those Ray benches. I think these sell pretty good. I don't care about the mag, but I want the shotgun. Just because we got to get shoreline shotgun test, we'll go rush shoreline on a shotgun. Try to kill scavs. Go try to mark the trucks real quick. Oh, we want that shotgun too. Shotties. That's our next 2 raids in a row. Half mask. Cool beans. You know, if you want to get really good at this game, though, play a lot of Arena, huh, Arnie? You notice the difference in your gunplay now? Just from that couple of days, probably, of just messing around, you can feel it. I can see the difference in mine when I play it, and then come back. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, it picks up. You can become really good. I'm not saying you become raider killing good, because raiders are a whole nother animal. You know what I mean? I feel like somebody's right here. Fuck. I knew it. You know when you get that feeling like you're gonna get shot? Like, you just feel like it? Team Luke for the win. Team Luke's winning it, guys. Let's get off that piano. It's killing y'all. Alright. Jellyfish. Just chatting. Oh, dude, that's so good. Feels nice when you do that, huh? I was so jacked when I was playing with you guys. I didn't even clip that out, I don't think. I cleared the whole team. But myself, dude, I was so proud. I was so proud. Feels good when you do it. You're like, fucking, dude, I'm on. Hell yeah, man. That's cool. Feels so good when you do it. I've only had it like happen once, so. Well, yeah, yeah. I got lucky. I cleared a whole team on one of those. I couldn't believe it, dude. I think it was that 10 kill. I just got lucky. To be honest with you, I was running semi-automatics all prior. And then as soon as I switched over to fully automatic, I started pummeling people. A couple of them I didn't do good, but I'm not that good at it. Like, we all know. I do my thing. I know where the door is at, though. I know how to find the exit. That's all that matters, man. As long as I can find the door when everybody else dies. You know? I had a couple of guys playing me one time, right? And they always wondered how in the fuck I'd always survive after they were dead. It's because they kept pushing the fights. And you know what? I can tell you honestly what it was. Because I was watching. They would let the third shot hit them. If you're shooting a scab back then, dude, and you peek the same spot twice and you let him shoot 3 shots at you, third shot always fucking killed you. And I'd see him get hit twice. They'd be like, back off. I got your back. And they'd just stand there and then they'd fumble. Because the third shot was always... They build scabs to correct the same as you. If you stand still for too long and they hit you twice, get cover, dude. Arnie, if you get shot at twice by a scab and you stand still, get covered no matter what, and peek from a different angle. Just make that your... Don't even think about it. Just do it. Just do it. And you'll never have that problem. I mean, you're going to get single tapped by scabs and shit because it happens. Yeah, single taps suck. But yeah, biggest tips I can give you, man, on that. Don't peek the same spot and don't let them shoot you 3 times. Third time's high risk. They're correct. Because they hit you in the arms, hit you in the legs, and then they correct and get you right in the nose. You can almost count them. You can almost just be like, 1. Okay, hit me once. 2. Okay, hit me again. 3. Dead. Also, a lot of it too is if they got the right bullets, right? They penetrate on the first one, or they hit your arm and they knock it down. The second one blacks it out. Third one kills you. If they're hitting your arm, like if they're being accurate scavs. So like 3 shots is the limit I could really push. After that, if I got hit more than 3 times, I'd take cover. High risk run and gun kind of guy at times, but I like the sneaky also. I'm both. I'll have my moments. I think it depends on what gun I'm running. If I'm running like a shotgun, or you know what one running gun's really good for me, it might do good for you, is this VKS 9.4, dude. It fucking sprays. It's cheap, easy to build, brainless, you know. The only problem is it doesn't fire from the hip. You got 20 round mags, but dude, I can run and gun with this gun so well. I don't know. I've never been able to really do it that well. I've had a couple AKs and AKMs and things, you know, that do okay, but this one's been like, it's like using an in-tiered gun for me. I feel like it's on. Let me show you an example of what I mean by this, actually. It's fucking on, dude. There's a spot in my house. I can track so well, especially mid-range. So anything up to like 100 meters, I can track. Like, whereas other guns I'm jerking around or missing with my bad hands because I don't have the, you know. But for some reason, this thing tracks when I walk, when I move, when I squat, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's so wild. Like for a running gun, if you're gonna be doing that. Here, let me show you. Like it stays really tight. So you see, like here's an example of how I know this is. Okay, if I have it out, right? I bring this up. My hand's not on it, watch. Look at the sway it doesn't get. Look how much it just stays where it's at. Now do that with another gun. Even with the scope. See how long it takes for the side there at the end? I stopped right halfway. I'll try to stop in the middle on this guy right here. Look how far it swayed me. Stopping in the middle. It's unpredictable because of how your feet step. So anywhere you stop, it can sway weird. When you're turning a little, it's just not, it does, like I can track, don't get me wrong. But not the same. And same with some of these other guns, like some of these AKs. The way they like, you know, move like this back and forth, you'll kind of see it in their hands. They'll do shit like this. It's kind of a weird thing. This gun doesn't do it. It has no sway in it at all, dude. Zero. And so like when I'm pushing, I can push every corner with the intention to be locked onto that corner. Like maybe we'll do let's just see how it goes. Let's try this. Kind of show you what I mean. Oh, the price went down, dude. They were 20 round or 20K a magazine there for a while. They're going down. So I think I can use better rounds too, guys. Like these, I don't know if these SP rounds fit. I think, yeah, SP rounds fit in there too. So you can grab onto better rounds if you have them. I think these fit. I've just been using these SP5 rounds, to be honest with you. But I think these SPPs fit. This gun fits the same line as the VSS, right? Not the VSS. Yeah, the VSS. It spits bullets fast too, guys. Like, problem I have though is I run out of shells so quick. I'll eat up 200 rounds in a raid. On the same as I normally eat up 15 rounds, you know, with a semi-automatic or something that's like a sniper rifle or something. So money for that, you gotta be willing to invest into it. I don't even have night vision on. How the hell am I turning it on? That's weird, isn't it? Yep. I don't like this sight on it. This is actually not the good sight for it. I'll show you actually what sight I use for it. I was just showing you the gun and I'm like, I got into it now. The sight I use, I like this one right here on it myself. It takes up a little more space, but the dot feels tighter for me. I see some cats running like a Cobra mount and shit with a laser on the side. So you can add a laser to this in this variable. And I'll show you why it sucks though. Only a laser works like this. If you use a flashlight, you come into a predicament of two things. So with running a laser on this, it raises this scope up a little bit funny and this starts to look a little bit different here. But it does give you the laser at the same time, right? It's reasonably cheap, 25K. Well, guess I can't buy it now. He's not letting me get it. Let's go Let's see if we can get the other one on here. So if we can use the Cobra, we can use the B13 rail the same, but I'm looking for one that doesn't have a laser sight. I guess they're not letting us buy it right now. Either way, the Cobra mount over here, this is supposed to be able to put a laser on and a flashlight. What I find is when you get the flashlight on, what happens is when you turn this on, the inside of this scope right here, this mount puts a line straight down the middle of the flashlight. So whatever you'd be viewing, you'd see like a line across it right here. Okay. Since it's not letting me buy the damn parts, let's see if we can buy it one more time. Oh, here it is right here. Beautiful. I'll show you guys what I mean. Why I don't like it. I actually made a video on this and put it on TikTok and YouTube. What are the ones we got here that do a flashlight? There's a flashlight. So I've never tried it with like a Spectre or anything. I wonder how it does. I've never tried it. I bet it actually could be pretty fun. Like a Spectre on there, you know, because you got that variable range. You can turn it to semi-automatic then and actually tag with it. I haven't tried any distance tests with it or nothing yet. I've just been pretty much running and gunning with it. That's it. 100%. There we go. So I'll show you what I mean by the flashlight pissing me off. So that's the only problem in this one, is the flashlight. The laser actually does pretty well. But if you're like looking how the flashlight shines off, you see how much it like throws a line right in the middle. How do you really, you know, like I guess you could use a line as like a light reference, be like, okay, there's his head. But it's not good enough, you know, you see the line, it's right through the fucking sight. It's ridiculous. So the flashlights on this don't really work too well, I find. But a laser now isn't actually all that bad. So if you actually swap this out, and just put a simple laser on here, turn the lights on so we can see. So with the laser here, you actually got some kind of a, and you see it clears pretty well. It doesn't get in the way. I kind of think it's neat how you can kind of see it on the right here on the left side of the gun too. That's kind of neat. But it's not really in the way. It doesn't block your view too bad. It's lower. It's down by your hand. Honestly, it only covers up your hand, and that's it. Okay. The thing I find though is it runs out. This thing runs out of fucking rounds so quick. But it tracks nice, so you can track heads really quite, you know. And then also, I was finding that it doesn't recoil too heavy. From a stock weapon, guys, I'm not doing much to this. I'm just throwing sights on it. I haven't added any kind of a foregrip, any kind of a stock. There's no money involved in that, you know? So it jumps from here. I just aim for the chest. Normally it gets him in the pits or the head. Sometimes I'll walk it up. I find though, so here's what I was gonna get at with the laser though. What I feel like I lose when I add the laser on and add this Cobra on, I feel like I lose a little bit in my I've seen people use this one too. In the way that it like recoils and the way that it moves about. Whereas when I simplify it and I stick this on here, it feels way more refined on the movements, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it to you. But you don't get the laser, you know? I also feel like the recoil is not as heavy. So like the other one, I feel like it jumps up from here straight to the face. This one hits all in between. You get an extra couple of shots in the net. A lot of times I'll even do this. I'll tap. Now I haven't tested the whole theory. Some people are like doing like a speed tap, and I don't know. It's making it so they're landing all their shots in one spot, but I don't have the skills to tap like that. Anyways, this is a great run and gunner. I've been doing extremely well with it when I go to push things. And for some reason, I tend to get it back quite a bit. I did all my early tasks with it. And actually, I just ended up falling onto it from Twisted. We were in a raid. And I picked it up. Been rocking one ever since. Bought 2 of them. That's it. And they do really well. Keep getting them back. I might have lost one. Heal. Stop leak. Go to triple stop leak. I'm gonna go run a factory with it and push anything. Like out of raid, you know, just messing around. Grab extra rounds. Definitely need more AI, right? Like horde or high. Turn it high and just leave it as online. That looks good. Alright, guys. So this offline raid, we're just gonna do the whole run and gun test. Do I like it? You know why I think the bots offline are harder? Because they only target you. There ain't nothing else to throw their targeting off. Now, if there's multiple players to target with you, it'd be a little bit easier, I think. You like it? What's your favorite part about it? I think it's mid. I like reserve a lot. Without the alarms. And not the bunkers. Like, I like the top of reserve. I like woods a ton. You like the lighting of it? Yeah, the lighting's good. You know, when I first played this, I remember... Uh-oh. I forgot it. I'm in a raid. Yeah. Hey, let me turn my music off there. We're not in a real raid. Yeah, I remember I seen a guy and he was playing and he was up on the rafters and the dust of it was like glimmering, you know? There's one over there on the left. We'll start scouting these guys as we run around. So I think I find with this, when you're playing like this, you have to actually like do the whole Tarkov thing. You know, where you run by and you look at things real quick and then just keep going. And then circle back and do it again. Shit like that. Until you find like the target you're looking for. Yeah. I'll show you a little trick you might like. You may not like it though. Can get confusing and it can throw you off in certain situations. Let me heal up real quick, okay? And I'll give it to you. Alright, so what I do is I run with my caps key and I use shift as my slow walk. And I'm sure you probably do the opposite. So probably shift your run and caps as your slow, right? So like when you slow down like this, yeah? I know this seems like you're like, wait, what are you talking about? Why is that got to do with my hold breath? But it has a lot to do with it. And the reason is because I program my hold breath to work with that. So like if I'm gonna hold my breath, it's right here. When I slow walk, it holds my breath, see? So like if I'm scoped and I'm walking and I want to hold my breath and slow, you see, now my breath's held. Now it's not. Now it is. See? And it works with my slow walk. So I combine slow walk and breath hold is the same. It doesn't work in some variables though. Say you're laying down, right? And you want to hold your breath. But now you want to run. To run, you have to run. You actually have to hit the run key. Do you see what I mean? So there is that, you have to, when you want to run, you got to run. You got to hit the run key. So you got to learn to do that. And you can't just, once you hold your breath, you got to learn to hit the run key and remind yourself to hit the run key afterwards. If you're going to go straight to running. Otherwise, you're still in the hold breath slow walk because they work simultaneously. Oh, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. What am I bleeding at? Is it light bleed or heavy bleed? Heavy. Yeah, I combined them. I do that with a couple of different things. But that's definitely one of my favorites for that. Combine those two and you can...
Мраки ебаные!
Yeah, that's how I run them. It saves a lot of the head work. The one I need to work on, Arnie, and I'll tell you, is actually I need to work on how to get my gun to come around the other side. And I'm thinking about doubling them up to where when I lean left, he does a shoulder swap on the gun automatically. And just make him shoulder swap on the left lean. I've been thinking about doing that and seeing how it works for me. Or using like my slow walk and lean left, you know, because usually when I'm going to be like left putting my gun on the left, I'm going to be doing it when I'm going slow around a corner. Yeah, I don't use it much. I haven't gotten used to it, it's why. It's, oh, shit. Not that I don't know it's there or anything, or I don't think it's effective. It's just I never practiced with it yet. I don't even know what the hotkeys are. You know what I mean? They just added it not too long ago, and I just haven't used it. That's like right there. I could see where it'd be handy. You know, I circle or counterclockwise because of that. Actually, we got guys down on here. Let's actually take a Propertol. Forgot we have all these meds. We're getting them all back, so it's worth it. We're on semi-automatic now. We're gonna go for those slower taps, you know? Oh wait, we have some rounds right here. Boom. Look at us go. You ever done this? Do 2 different rounds in a mag? If you got tracers and you want like your third one to be a tracer, you can be like 1, 2, tracer. 1, 2, tracer. It works. It's kind of funny when it's nice actually. You miss 2 and then a tracer bullet comes flying. Oh fuck. Get to the shitters. We're gonna have to pick up one of their guns. Yeah, the controlling's tough. I put mine's on alt lean, and also alt C mouse wheel's tough too. But if you can get this, dude, and get this to all work together simultaneously, and be good at it, where you can like peek through little holes, like you can actually like fine tune your skill when you're like fighting raiders and shit, and you can actually get peeks through cracks and shit that way. Something to think about, actually. I know a guy that actually uses all 4 of those. Like, he moves around like this all the time. He's constantly just peek leaning and slow leaning through bushes and shit. And it throws people off because when they go to shoot him, he's not fucking... it's always a little bit off. Just a little. He's weird about it. Oh shit, we don't have any rounds. What am I doing? I'm running around without a loaded gun here, guys. See this? Noob. I didn't see him. So like right here, you see you can Alt C, scroll down and then like get a better peek. Same with here. That other scab shoot at me from.
Чё, обосрался? Ты где?
I know you've seen that. Fuck. Sorry, man. Got nothing left, guys. Let's see what it's got. It's down to 9. I wonder what it's going to be now. Like 4? Yeah, you could. That'd be sick. That's actually a good idea. You could do like 3 on the bottom of each one. That'd be slick. And then know when you're tapped out or getting low. Or the last 10, it turns to a trade. Oh, that looked like a landmine, didn't it? What the fuck is that? We need better rounds. I'm gonna have to go up here and get some shit from this guy. The odds of me getting the bullets for that are shit, so. But we know where it's at if we gotta come back for it. No good with this. Although they did tighten up the sway on it.
въебался-то? Ниндзя ёбаный! Дура нужна, сука!
Чё тут кто? Нет кого, чё?
Who the fuck is this one?
Куда он приебался-то?
One there, one there. I gotta hurry up and get some loot. These guys are being silly. I don't know if these guys are smarter than ones online or not. Couldn't tell you. I gotta presume though.
Блядь, вон он ебать!
Oh shit.
Заебал, понял я, понял! Куда он зашкерился?
Do they? I didn't think so. Not in this one anyway. Maybe though. Uh-oh.
Ну где ты, а, сука? Не обижай!
Yeah, that was smoke. Yes, sir.
Сука, стрелялся нахуй!
I get that gun? Did I get it? Fuck yeah, I got it. Amount of rounds, y'all. Woo! See, I'm okay. So look how much this one fucking moves. Oh my gosh.
Ты куда пошел?
Missed on that one. See how I missed the first one because of the way it... Oh, I haven't seen the smoke yet? Nice. It's a good firster. Damn, why do they keep giving us all these shotties though? I don't... Have a little drink. Suck with an 8R, guys. I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it.
Вон оно! Ах ты тут!
Woo! Getting into the 8R scabs now. 1 minute left. How many can we get before the end? Think we can make it till the end without dying? Oh shit. There's 3 of them over there, guys.
Блин!
Oh, we're bleeding! We're bleeding!
Да бля буду! Я косал его, пацаны!
At least you made it all the way to the end, huh? Killed the fuck out of scavs, didn't we? Lots of headshots at the beginning. VSK is not bad. That's just average though too. I don't think that's like, I think people would be better than me at it. Look at the experience you'd get if you actually pulled that off, like not an offline raid. Should have power level in it, that kind of experience, man. Be like 40 in a couple of days. Yeah, it's a good one. It's good for just how fast it sprays. You got to be ready to reload though a lot. You got to be on your reload. Hunting rifle's kind of the same way. You could do the same thing with it. If you're decent with it, it hits pretty fucking hard. But you got to be ready to reload, and 10 round mags help. 5 rounders suck. I bet we got a scav up. Let's go knock that out. That was exciting. Oh, what other games should we do? What should we do tomorrow for our hump day? BioShock? You guys want to see maybe like the last end of it? I think we're down to the end of it. We could try to see, I don't know. I gotta be getting close. I got a lot of hours into it now. I mean, I gotta be at least 10 hours in. I gotta be more than halfway. I'm a slow player, but... Let me use the head real quick. I'm old. I can't get up. Yeah. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. We're back. Whoa, there's a dead guy right in front of me. Boom! Oh, that's what happens usually. Hey, look, a body! Right? Look. Someone just came through and mowed everything down. Wiped out. They took it all out, guys. Every bit of it. They even looted everybody, too. There ain't nothing left to grab. Nice jump, dude. That was a cool gap. Just straight bail off. Must not been hit already. I'll bet. Yeah. Oh my gosh, someone wrecked this place. Ain't nothing left. Keep looking. Hit all the boxes. It's been smashed through. Show me some good loot, man. I never seen a box there before. I don't know which file cabinet it is, but one of these spawns something, can spawn something nice. I think it's that one. I need a backpack. If we could just find a backpack. Those pump keys have no value. Zero. None. Zilch. I had the front and the back one. I think I got like, what, 5K for both of them. I was like, oh, that sucks. Keys got no value now. I like the sound they make when you get them. You're like, yeah, I got a key. And then you don't. I guess that's our exit sign right there, guys. But we might loop around. I mean, I got time. If we can find a backpack, we can get a little bit more. I don't know what to take. I don't need shotgun rounds. Oh, backpack. Come on, backpack. Oh, bigger tack rig. That's good. We'll start with that. Maybe a backpack down here. Damn, someone came through and just swept this place up, didn't they? I seen he had a pack right here. Bam! Bam! Helmet too. Let's go. Comms. Man. Fantastic. Gotta search his pockets. Shoot. We got time, guys. Don't stress. Don't stress the little things, okay? Just don't stress the little things. We got the time. I don't know which comms are better. Can we take this? Yeah. Let's go. Press armor sucks more, right? That's the one we want. Is that it? Is that it? Is all of it? Is this everything? We found a backpack. Not a bad little scav raid, really. But just cleaning up, not enough. Not quite enough. We need a little more loot. Let's go. Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky, even as a scav. You find little things that just, those little wins, you know? Speaking of little wins, I need to make some room so I can get all this stuff in here. Well, what time we getting, guys? Is it getting down there? It's getting down there, huh? What was I supposed to do today? Oh yeah, I'm working on my kitchen today. Let's see how that all, if I got everything I need real quick. Let me take a peek around the corner here. Keep it all here. Wife said stuff came in. Yeah, that'll be today's goal. Cock the back of the... It's all there. Well, I guess we sell everything off. What to do next? What to do next? We actually got more time that I remembered now. Because, I ain't got nothing to do till 3, honestly. I gotta make lunch at some point, though. My hand's getting a little cold, though. What do you guys want to do? What do we want to do today? Do we want to do chores? Do we want to play around and have fun? Like, we can do all different stuff. We don't have to do chores. It doesn't have to be chores. Although I should do my chores. Okay. How much money we gotta make? What's our goal today on this? A mill? We gotta get back up over a mill? That'd be nice. How are these not found in raid? Oh, yeah, sorry, I missed that message. Arnie, my brain. Insurgency Sandstorm. I played one of the Insurgency games. The sniping was a little weird, wasn't it? I'm so sorry, Arnie. I didn't mean to space you out there. My bad, dude. I must have missed it and then like, read over it. I read over it. I'm sorry. But yeah, I did play an Insurgency. I don't know if it was Sandstorm, but it had like where like this weird meter like could pop up in the middle and then do like some weird fucking thing. I had to like hit a timing. It was a long time ago. I don't know if it's changed. I've been looking at, you know what, Squad. That's the one I've been looking at. I don't know if it'd be up my alley or not though. There's this other one that's coming out, supposed to be Gray Zone or Into the Gray Zone. I don't know how much of it's going to hold true and how good it is or anything like that, but everybody I see that talks about it, they're vibing it. I don't know if they're actually making the game or if it's still just an idea, but I heard it's supposed to be out, what, late 24? Something like that. Why's my market still hung up, man? This goggles ain't worth selling, that's for sure. What was I doing there? Knife. No wonder. That sells. We're gonna just finish sorting. Keep. Sell. 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 Vendor. That's nice with the sell. Vendor. Vendor stuff. Man, all right. Let's start moving stuff up we don't need. Helmet's gone. Don't need these right now. Let's look for that. That's gone. That goes up. And so I have some knife stashed somewhere, and I don't remember where I put them all. Here they are, and I don't know how many of them each I need. Let's take a peek at our task items here real quick. See how many we need. All right, for the knives here, it's looking like... You guys see them? Who do we got to give the knives to? Oh, there's 5 brown handle knives for proper, but I thought we had to have more than that, guys. I really did. Could be my bad. Sorry about that. I'm not sure, actually. Guess I just need 5 brown handle knives. I thought I needed more. I thought I needed both. So I've been keeping them all. Fuck. Oh well. So yeah, we'll just keep 5 brown handle knives. The rest can go. It's actually kind of good to know. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I have enough half masks or not. How many of those do we need? 8? 10 probably? I don't know. We'll just go to 10. I have the list there. I was just looking at it too. I should have looked. Oh, you guys get tired of watching me inventory, don't you? Like, go on a raid already, man. Time we're making money. Figuring out how these menus work. Game's kind of weird about that. Alright, so I just gotta keep the brown handle knives. I know I had a few here. Here we go. Okay, so we can filter by these. Add those. Okay. Wow, the price is good though. Guess hideout time? What we call it? I should go work on I got kitchen work to do, guys. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna have to call it and go put my head down, honestly. Every day I gotta make sure I do a little bit, but we should play a little longer. Man, I keep struggling with the time. It's just, here's why. I'll explain to you why. Where I'm at, it's cold. It's really cold. So right now it's actually about 60 degrees to 70 degrees outside. So when it gets really cold, things don't like to set up, and so it makes it tough, right? Nice. We need to do a couple more of those. Fuck it, it's a good game day. League of Legends. Oh, ranked. Maybe I can get my buddy to come join me. There we go. Holy shit, whole new line of stuff. Oh, I think I accepted it from the wrong person. Oh well, I think it's all in who I turned it into. Had to read that twice. Don't even know why. music, maybe. Definitely the music.
And we stare ISO to the end. Still the same ones.
Hmm. We ain't making mills. I gotta get this thing leveled up, make better ammunition. Kind of wish I wouldn't have bought that Red Rebel stuff, man, yesterday. Kind of got me all messed up a little bit. I know. Let's go, man. How long we gotta wait, though? Still got a while, but at least then when we get back, we'll be able to craft better stuff. So let's craft something now. Anything we need? I bet I need these in a task. Oh, wait, I need this more. I need this more. That 60 rounder mag, I keep forgetting about that. I got that for a task, just one. How long till it's done here? Although full am, I don't even care. I'm not gonna. There it goes. Okay. Probably lost BT rounds on that one. Guess my knives wasn't a good marketable item, I guess, huh? Are they just all knives? Huh. Oh, it's broken. Well, I think that's it, guys. That's it for me. I think I'm ready to get on to work. All right. I'm done with it. What do we want to do? Play something else? Do that or I go to work doing something else, right? Let's see if my bud wants to play some. I should eat too, man. Should get some lunch. It'd probably make it a little bit better here. We better end it, guys. Too many variables. Too many variables. I can't stand the variables. Oh, no, I'm just actually joking. So we're going to go ahead and raid out, guys. I'm going to go get some lunch. If I go live later tonight, maybe, though, doing something like some Bioshock for the night. What do you guys think? I'll see how my hand feels after I get all my work done, all my chores and all that, all right? If not, I'll see you guys in the morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. High noon Eastern. We'll be playing something. I'll let you guys know beforehand, all right? I'll post it all over the posters, Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff for you, okay? Take it easy, guys, and as always, don't remember to forget, we're all noobs here. Thank you guys for coming in. Have a great day, everybody, and enjoy the raid, enjoy the show, and we'll see you later.